All right, people, so I want to talk about something that made me very, very angry as an American citizen, and that is the Milo Yiannopoulos riots here that happened. So he was supposed to speak at UC Berkeley. Oh, we're liberal, we're accepting, yeah. Oh yeah, you're really accepting. Okay, so no, in all seriousness, let's not take all these rioters and let them represent the liberals around the country or progressives around the country, because most liberals as well as most conservatives, probably 99% or above, are non-violent people who just portray their message in a non-violent way. So on both sides of the aisle, let's not act like this is a representation of the left. But I just don't like when many media outlets like the crappy news network, CNN, the counterfeit news network, the cunt news network, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the Clinton news network, portray Trump supporters as the violent ones, when every time there's a riot, it's done by far leftists. I mean, have you ever seen a riot caused by Trump supporters where Trump supporters are burning shit in the streets and shit? No, it's Black Lives Matter, or it's, radical leftists doing this shit, funded by George Soros in many cases. Again, it really discredits the Democrats and the true liberals when this happens too. So I was reading online in the San Francisco Gate. That's a real great city. That's a real beauty too, San Francisco. You got fucking gay ass motherfuckers shitting in the roads all the, I mean that's a liberal haven right there. Sanctuary city, just filled with gay prostitutes shitting in the roads. I mean that's a great city there. But no, in all seriousness, joking aside, but I mean that really does happen in San Francisco. But in the San Francisco Gate, you got they said only one arrest. I heard. I mean, what are we doing as Americans? I thought we were tough. We're supposed to be tough. We're supposed to be strong. But the cops just let these rioters riot. And the same thing's been happening whenever a far leftist group riots somewhere and burns shit, like with the Black Lives Matter protest burning down cities. There are usually very few arrests. It's like we stand down. Why are we doing that? If we do that, we're incentivizing people to riot because they know there's probably going to be no consequence to it. So as Americans, we have to get way more tough on these horrible animals who deserve to be locked up in cages for many of them for the rest of their lives. I'm sorry if you're shooting fireworks at people. That's intent to murder. That could kill somebody. If you're doing that shit, you deserve to be locked up in prison. Okay, maybe not for life, I don't know, but for a long ass time. If you're burning cars, if you're starting fires in public, which again is a danger to everybody, which could kill people, you deserve to be locked up for a long time. If you're going around smashing windows of random businesses and houses and causing damage in public, you deserve to be locked up for a long time. Normal people who are not criminals don't do this shit. So yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. We have to get tough, and you hear all the time about, I like to watch the Murder Channel every now and then. This person murdered this person and she only got 10 years in jail. Like 10 years? Are you kidding me? She fucking murdered this person in cold blood and she's only, or he, whatever, is only getting 10 years in prison? I mean, what the fuck is that? I mean, we have to get tougher. If somebody rapes somebody, if somebody kills somebody, shit like that, I mean, you deserve to be locked up in prison for life. That is not somebody you want roaming the streets. I mean, would you feel comfortable with a fucking murderer roaming the streets, or if we let this person out of prison and he's living next to your house now, he's a murderer, he let out of prison? I would not feel comfortable at all. So like I said, the media likes to portray it as, Trump supporters are the violent ones, when every time it's the anti-Trump supporters who are causing the most violence and causing these riots to occur. So that's all I gotta say. it just makes me mad that it's always the conservatives, or most time it's the right wingers who are the ones who aren't allowed to speak. Yet they claim that, Trump supporters are bigots and they hate, oh my God. And every time there's like one isolated case of, like, for example, I remember a couple months ago, they made a kind of a big deal about, some high school student or whatever saying white power and wearing a Trump shirt. Now, he might have been racist, or he might have just been making a joke, but the media, or some media outlets went with that. Just like at the first inkling of racism, and if it's a Trump supporter, the media goes with it. But I mean, if it's an anti-Trump rioters, they don't even talk about it, really. They don't use it to say, maybe, they don't use it in the same context they do with Trump supporters. So it's just very annoying, and it just shows how much the media is fake news. So this is just ridiculous that the police are standing down in these situations and they aren't arresting people for committing heinous, horrible crimes, which I believe are understated, because people don't understand. They don't understand the magnitude of these crimes. Because, like I said, I'm watching it and I see them like shooting like fireworks or some explosive device, and people are like standing right there and almost getting hit by it. Like I said, that's like attempt to murder somebody. That should be that person should be locked up in jail for a long ass time. But I guess we're too much of pussies. It's politically incorrect. I don't know the reasoning. But we got to get tougher. And Trump tweeted out about it too, which was great. Basically saying Berkeley needs to toughen up and protect free speech. Yeah, no shit. So this is once again it just follows the theme, though, that Trump supporters are not the ones causing the shit. It's the radical leftists funded by George Soros. But like I said, the media sits there and acts like, the Trump supporters are the racists and the bigots and the Islamophobics. If you're concerned about us taking in refugees from places that treat women like shit, you're Islamophobic. If you're concerned about taking in people from a religion that many of them, in many cases, more than half in many areas around the world, support barbaric things like killing gays, killing people who leave their religion, treating women like, worse than we treat our, fucking rats here. It's ridiculous. The level the media goes to try to demonize Trump supporters, and that's why Hillary lost, is because people saw through that bullshit, and that's why the media is losing viewership and ratings, is because people realize that the media is lying and they're nitpicking shit to try to demonize people. So that's all I gotta say about that. The media is very, like I said, the media is, they take things out of context, they lie, they don't report the full truth, and they deceive. So there you go, people. That's all I gotta say about that.